The rain is gone, sun is out, and Kelly Nicholson is here with me, Coach's Corner, the Kelly Nicholson Report, as always, as Firebirds Extra Pregame rolls on before first pitch at 7. We were rocking out to Donna Barney's playlist before. Hopefully it's going to continue. But, Coach, we had 2 straight days off because of rain. You haven't played in a couple of days. These guys must be amped to go when you go through an early part of the stretch of the season right now, when you go through where you lose 2 straight games. These guys must be fired up and ready to go for tonight against YD.
Yeah, I think so. It's like you said, Fitzy, it's a beautiful day, and we had a good workout yesterday, and so we're ready to play a baseball game today.
Coach, it's still early in the season. I want to talk about when you put together a team like that you do year in and year out. You've been here on the Cape for a decade. What is the one thing that you want to hear from coaches about certain players when you're searching through players all throughout different leagues, whether it's the Pac-12, the SEC, some of the top premier baseball colleges all throughout the country? What do you look for? What do you want to hear from coaches when you say, tell me about X player?
The one question I ask them, Fitzy, I want to know if they're a good kid. And to steal a line from Herb Brooks in 1980, the hockey coach, there was a story where his assistant looked at their roster and said, wow, we're missing some of the best players in the country on this hockey team. And Herb says, I don't want the best guys, I want the right guys. And that's what we want in Orleans. Obviously we want talented guys, but we want talented guys that are going to do the right thing on and off the field. Here in Orleans, we're all guests here, and we need to represent the Cape League. We need to represent our universities. We need to represent ourselves well while we're here during the summer.
Yeah, it's Kelly Nicholson here joining me pregame. It's Kevin Fitzgerald also here with you on the Firebirds Extra Pregame show. And when you look at this specific group, what is the one word that you would characterize these guys? I know we're only a few days into the season. Is it character? Is it athleticism? What is the one thing that kind of stands out most about this group?
Well, it's a little hard to say right now because we've only played one game, but the one thing that I really like about them, I like their work ethic, I like their attitude, I like their enthusiasm. There's a lot of things I like about this group already, especially, I love the way Jordan Luplow plays. The one thing I pointed out the other day on a ball that got away from the second baseman on that ball down the line to left, he was there backing up. And those are kind of things you look for in a ball club and individuals that are very, very contagious. So we'll see. Obviously it's early, but I'm sure we'll get a read on all these guys as the season goes on, Fitzy.
Well, Coach, it's the home opener. First time we're back here at Eldridge Park. I got to ask you, is there one memory you have from a home opener, or maybe even just an Eldridge Park memory that always stands with you? Is there anything you can put your finger on?
Well, what comes to mind immediately, it seems like the last time we were in this spot, we were doing the post-game, the whole entire post-game thing, and I still watch that on occasion. I watch you and Sam do that thing, and, it kind of gets me itching to get back to the Cape. So, hey, I can't believe it's been 13 summers. It's been a great ride, and hopefully it will continue as long as Donna continues to let me do this, and it's good with her, it's going to be good with me.
Coach, don't worry. We do our best to kind of keep you happy here. Is Firebirds Extra pregame show rolling on. First pitch coming up between the Firebirds and the YD Red Sox at 7 o'clock. And, well, there's one thing I got to bring up right now. The Orleans 18s, they've been retired. They're in the Cape League Hall of Fame right now. The new rule change for the Cape Cod Baseball League this summer is that you have unlimited roster moves. There's no more roster deadline where you can't make a certain move after a certain point in the season. How gratifying is that you see that change? Just think back to last season where this team was riddled with injuries down the stretch. You couldn't even field a roster.
It is a breath of fresh air. It's a breath of fresh air, to say the very least. Yeah, we were really, really we were down in numbers last year, and you can't control injuries and you can't worry about it. You just have to, you do what you can do. And I was really proud of those guys last summer for hanging in there and finishing, and that's our theme this year. I showed those guys a video that Tom Coughlin showed to the New York Giants before the first team meeting in 2011. It was finish, and if you haven't seen it on YouTube, everybody should Google Tom Coughlin and finish. It's super, super motivating, and that's our theme. We want guys to finish whatever they start. We want them to be committed, and hey, hopefully we're going to have 28 come August 15th.
Well, good coach to point out, Tom Coughlin of the former Super Bowl winning champ New York Giants. But, Coach, I want to look back to Game 1 for a second. It was a few days ago. 4-2 loss. You did leave a lot of guys in scoring position, runners on base. But you said there was a lot of positives, a lot of good things that you saw. What's the one specific thing you could put your finger on and say, this is what I like?
Well, what I really liked is that we out-hit them, and that was very, very encouraging. I thought Sean O'Neill threw the ball very well at the end through 2 innings, didn't give up an earned run. We got a little sloppy defensively, and we walk 3 guys and hit 2 guys. And I told the guys in a brief team meeting, I told them that, hey, hitting will win games, but pitching and defense is going to win us a championship. And that was, that first game against Katuitt was a testament to that. We out-hit them, but we didn't pitch and we didn't play D, and we came up on the short end of the stick. Another thing I really like, Fitzy, is that, like you said, we left a lot of guys on base, which is encouraging. A hit here and a hit there. I think we had men on first and third with 1 out. We had bases loaded with 1 out. We had first and second in the last inning. So one thing I really liked about those guys, they competed. And we still afraid, that's what Pete Carroll always says to his guys, compete, compete, compete. And I actually put that up on the board the other day. So a lot of good things, and we always want to focus on what we're doing well, not on what went wrong. We always are going to try to focus on the positive stuff.
Well, you're right back at it tonight. Orleans going to be taking on the Whitey Red Sox right here at 7 o'clock. And, Coach, we'll finish up on this. One theme of the early part of the season is you got a lot of guys you want to see. You want a lot of arms on the mound that you want to get up there because there's so many temporary players and a lot of roster moves. Tonight, you're going to have Bobby Pointer, Trent Swart, and also Lucas Long will make appearances on the mound. What do you want to see from them in a kind of a numbers game early on in the season? What do you want to see from each pitcher today?
Well, we want to see fastball command. We want to see those kids command the fastball down in the zone. And guys that can throw the ball down in the zone consistently do really well out here in the summer. Matt Boyd, Kyle Crockett, Pat Christensen, and I'm leaving one guy out, but those 4 guys that made the All-Star team last summer, the numbers, when you look at strikeouts to walks versus innings pitched, it was absolutely phenomenal. And so that's what we're looking for with these guys. We want guys out on the mound that are going to give us a chance to play defense.
Well, I think that is a good sign because you just named 3 draftees this past year, the first-year players draft. But
who did I miss, Fitzy?
I believe it was Dylan Clark from a season ago, if you remember him.
Yes, Dylan Clark came up on a 10 from Elon and made the All-Star team and had to go home early. He got a little tender, and boy, what a nice summer he had, that big, lanky lefty. So
now it's translate that to this summer. You want to see guys like that make the All-Star team this year. He's Kelly Nicholson. I'm Kevin Fitzgerald, Orleans and Whitey. First pitch coming up at 7 o'clock, Coach. As always, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.